Hey, this question I love. I love answering all things about the gray hair grow out. My friend writes, "Hello, I'm new to your channel. Just wanted to ask you a question. What made you decide to stop coloring your hair?" I'll tell you, it was not an easy decision. In fact, it was the hardest decision I've ever made, and yet it was the easiest decision I ever made. See, I was the girl who thought that her worthiness, her beauty, all of that was attached to outward appearance, which also included the gray hair. For me, honestly, I used to say that I will be coloring my hair, my gray roots, until my last breath, until this happened. I've been chasing my grays for over 3 decades. Yes, 3 decades. I think I got my first gray hair when I was 17. Just started out where it was maybe every 8 weeks I would color, then it became 6 weeks, and then through the years it became 4 weeks, then 3 weeks, then 2 weeks. Next thing I know, it was every week. In fact, it was doing touch-ups in between the once-a-month visits to the hair salon. Finally got to where that my hair, these grays, they were saying, we will not be colored. We will not be covered, because even when I would leave color on for like an hour, it would still peek through. Clearly, I was so shamed and fed up with my gray hair, but I was not about to let them shine, because again, I equated gray hair with old, unlovable, washed up, unworthy. I had bought into society's beauty standards, big time. A few summers ago, I was growing out a pixie cut, and my friend, my business partner said, "You know what, Vanessa, why don't you go platinum blonde, and that can mitigate the grays and it'll look fabulous." Well, I tried that, even though I never thought I'd be a blonde girl from being dark brunette, and it ruined my hair. I was like cotton hair, and it was still kind of a yellow color. It just didn't work. So I recolored my hair, and I started to grow out my pixie haircut to just try something different. Meanwhile, I went to visit my daughter who lived in Germany in 2019. She said, "Mom, what are you going to do when you grow out your hair? What's the style?" I said, "I have no idea." I said, "But I have got to do, what can I do about these damn grays?" And she said, well, her husband could not wait until she goes gray because he thinks it's sexy. I thought that was interesting, considering she's only 30 years old. And that's a new, fresh perspective to be thinking about the beauty industry and how you show up at a very young age. So meanwhile, I go back to the States, and I call my hairdresser because it's time for a trim. So I call my hairdresser, say, I want to schedule my hair for a trim. I said, but gosh, if I could just figure out what to do with these damn grays. And he didn't respond back to my text. I had an out-of-body experience, and I said, or F it, I could just let it go gray. His response, atta girl. The moment I said those words, everything changed. Well, I should say, I did first immediately jump onto my MacBook laptop, and I started searching beautiful women with gray hair, models with gray hair, older women with gray hair. You know what I found? I could not believe my eyes. I saw and found so many images of incredible women with gray hair. And in that moment, it shifted. So I immediately texted my hairdresser back and said, "It's done. I'm going gray." Now I can tell you, I knew in that very moment, I don't know who this was, because that would not be Vanessa saying these words like I'm gonna ditch the dye, but I knew immediately this was gonna be so much more. This journey is gonna be so much more than just gray hair. So you asked me, why did I stop coloring my hair? So this was kind of a long-winded answer, but I can tell you, I did it because I couldn't stop the grays from showing up. It really was because I could not outrun the gray hair growth. I couldn't, and I was tired. But if it hadn't been for me looking up and seeing other women that looked vibrant and beautiful and incredible with their gray hair, I probably never would have done it. But that just tells you how incredibly invaluable it is for us women, for us men, for all of us to show up and be your best, because you never know who's watching. You can be an example for others. And so I had many silver sisters before me that have paved the way. And I can tell you it's been the best decision of my life 1,000,000 times over. It's better than I ever imagined. And you know, most importantly, I love the woman I see in the mirror. Every day I get a little more comfortable with me. And that is the best gift of all. And you know what? Not having to chase my roots and worry that I have to plan my vacations or trips or anything around my gray roots is such a gift. So I let go of what no longer served me, and I feel much better for it. So hope that answers your question. And thanks for stopping by, and I'm glad to have you in my circle of friends. Take care.